Hello, my name is Monica. I was born in 1998, which makes me 26 years old now. Today, I want to open up my heart and share the story of my family. This isn't just my story. It's a tribute to the people who shaped me, who stood by me through every storm, and who taught me the profound meaning of love. If you are listening, I hope my words help you see the incredible treasure you have in your own family. Let's start with my mom, Sarah. She is 50 years old and a homemaker, but that title doesn't even begin to cover who she is. To me, she is my compass, my sanctuary, and my most passionate supporter. Her strength has been my anchor, especially in the most turbulent moments of my life. I vividly remember a time in middle school when I failed a major math test. I was utterly crushed. I locked myself in my room, letting my tears soak my pillow for hours. When my mom came in, she didn't scold me or express disappointment. Instead, she sat beside me, gently wiped my tears, and said, "Monica, one failure doesn't define who you are. It's just a lesson in disguise. You fall, you get back up, and you try again, but this time you're wiser." Her words breathed hope back into me. I studied harder than I ever had before. The next time I didn't just pass, I topped the class. My mom is the soul of our home. Her cooking is legendary. Every meal she makes tastes like a warm embrace. She fills our house with warmth, laughter, and an unspoken sense of comfort. She never complains, though I know how much she tirelessly does for us all. My dad's name is Michael. He is 54 and a businessman. But to me, he's more than a dad. He's my hero. He has always been my greatest role model, the one who taught me to believe in my own potential and to never surrender. Whenever I feel doubt creeping in, I hear his voice in my head, telling me something he once said. "Monica, nobody in this world is better than you. Walk with your head held high, and the world will have no choice but to notice." I'll never forget the time I was cast in a school play. I was so paralyzed by stage fright that I wanted to quit. But my dad patiently spent hours with me, helping me practice my lines over and over without a single complaint. On the night of the performance, he sat in the front row, his applause the loudest in the entire auditorium. That's my dad, always my biggest fan, always pushing me toward greatness. Then there's my brother, Daniel. He's 24, a classic troublemaker, but he's also my fierce protector. If you have a brother, you'll understand how they can infuriate you one moment and make you feel completely safe the next. One day at school, a group of boys was teasing me. When Daniel found out, he didn't hesitate. He marched right up to them and said, "If you so much as look at my sister the wrong way again, you'll have to deal with me." From that day forward, no one bothered me again. At home, Daniel might tease me relentlessly, but when it matters, he is always my shield. He's also the funniest person I know, with an incredible gift for making anyone laugh, even in the darkest of times. Whenever I feel down, Daniel will crack a joke, and suddenly the world seems a little less heavy. My sister's name is Emily. At 28, she's 2 years older than me, and she's been like a second mother. She's the person I run to for advice, for comfort, or just for a listening ear. When I was a little girl, I was terrified of thunderstorms. Every time a storm rolled in, I would hide under my blanket, trembling with fear. Emily would climb into bed with me, hold me tight, and weave magical stories until I drifted off to sleep. Even now, as an adult, when life feels overwhelming, a single phone call with Emily can set everything right. She has a calming presence that makes you believe everything will be okay, no matter what. Today, my job has taken me far away from them, and it's not easy. I miss them with an ache that never truly goes away. I miss my mom's hugs, my dad's wisdom, Daniel's jokes, and Emily's comforting presence. When I lived with them, I didn't fully appreciate how lucky I was. I took their love, their care, and all those small, everyday moments for granted, moments that now feel like priceless jewels. Being away has taught me the most important lesson of all. Family is everything. One of my fondest memories is how our mornings felt like a celebration of life. My mom would be up before sunrise, preparing breakfast. The aroma of pancakes, eggs, and freshly brewed coffee would drift through the house. It was the smell of love. My dad would be at the dining table, reading the newspaper, while Daniel would try to sneak a piece of bacon before anyone else. My mom would catch him every time, laughing as she said, "Daniel, wait for your sisters." Emily was always the last one to wake up, rushing around in a panic, unable to find her favorite shirt or get her hair right. I would help her, and she would braid my hair for school in return. These moments felt so ordinary then, but looking back, they were pure magic. Evenings were my favorite. After dinner, we would gather in the living room. My dad would tell us stories from his youth about getting lost in the woods or building a treehouse with his brothers. My mom would talk about her own dreams. She had wanted to be a singer, but life chose a different path for her. Yet she never lost her love for music. She would hum her favorite tunes while doing chores, her voice a soothing melody in our home. Sometimes we'd play board games. Monopoly was the family favorite. Daniel always insisted on being the banker, but he cheated so shamelessly that we had to watch him like hawks. I remember one night, my dad asked what we would wish for if we had one wish. Daniel wanted a sports car. Emily wanted a big house by the beach. When it was my turn, I said, "I just want us to be together like this forever." They all laughed, but I meant every word. All I ever truly wanted was them. My parents instilled in me life's most valuable lessons. My mom always told me, "Monica, no matter how successful you become, always be kind. Kindness is the true measure of a person's greatness." And my dad would constantly remind me, "Life won't always be fair, but remember you have a family that loves you unconditionally. That is your greatest strength." These words have become my guiding principles. My mom and I shared a special bond during our Saturday kitchen time. She taught me how to cook, and it was always a chaotic, wonderful mess. Flour would be everywhere, bowls would tumble, but we would laugh through it all. She used to say, "One day, when you're cooking for your own family, you'll remember these moments." She was right. Every time I cook now, I feel her right there with me. When I was about 14, I had a terrible fight with my best friend. I came home in tears and sat on the porch. My dad found me there, sat beside me, and said, "Monica, not everyone is meant to stay in your life. Friends may come and go, but family is forever." I didn't fully grasp his meaning then, but years later, I understand the profound truth in those words. Whenever I was sick, Emily was my personal nurse, bringing me soup and reading stories to lift my spirits. She always knew how to make me smile. One winter, I had a nasty flu, and Emily stayed up all night by my side, even missing a concert she had been excited about for months. That's the selfless love only a sister can give. And Daniel, our family prankster, once swapped the sugar for salt in my tea. I spat it out, and he laughed so hard he fell off his chair. But beneath the jokes was a soft heart. When I was sad, he would sit with me, telling one ridiculous story after another until I couldn't help but laugh. Now some days, I come home from work to a silent apartment. It feels so empty. There's no mom asking about my day, no dad sharing a pearl of wisdom, no Daniel making me laugh, and no Emily waiting with a hug. I've realized that true happiness isn't found in grand achievements or material possessions. It's found in the people you love and the small, beautiful moments you share with them. What makes my family truly extraordinary are the sacrifices they made for us, sacrifices I didn't even see when I was younger. Looking back, I can see how much they gave up to ensure we had a wonderful life. My dad worked tirelessly at his small hardware shop. There were lean times when he barely made ends meet, but he shielded us from that worry. I remember one winter needing a new coat. My old one was full of holes, and I was embarrassed. I didn't ask, knowing money was tight, but he noticed. One evening, he came home with a beautiful new coat. He handed it to me and said, "My princess should never be cold." I later learned he had skipped lunch for 2 weeks to afford it. My heart swells every time I think of that. My mom's sacrifices were quieter but no less profound. She gave up her dream of being a singer to be a full-time mother. I once asked her if she ever regretted it. She smiled and said, "I did follow my dream. My dream was to raise you, Emily, and Daniel. You three are my greatest songs." Her answer brought tears to my eyes. She never saw it as a loss. To her, we were her masterpiece. Emily had a scholarship to study abroad in college, a dream she had cherished for years. But that year, my dad fell ill and couldn't work. Without a second thought, Emily gave up her dream to stay home and help. She took a part-time job to support us and never once complained, though I knew how much it hurt her. She told me, "Monica, dreams can wait. Family comes first." And Daniel, my brave brother. During a tough financial period, my high school was organizing an expensive trip. I had decided not to go, but Daniel couldn't bear to see me disappointed. He took on odd jobs mowing lawns, delivering newspapers, until he had saved enough money for my ticket. He handed me the cash and said, "You deserve this, Monica. Go have fun." That trip became one of my happiest memories, all thanks to my brother's incredible love. It wasn't just the big sacrifices. It was my mom staying up late to mend my torn uniform, my dad walking me to school in the rain, Emily letting me borrow her favorite dress, Daniel sneaking my favorite chocolate into my backpack when I was down. These small acts were threads of love, weaving us together. One night, I overheard my parents talking. My dad said, "I don't care if we don't have much. As long as our kids are happy, we have everything." Hearing that both broke my heart and healed it. Now, living so far away, the weight of their sacrifices feels even heavier. Every success I have is built on the foundation they laid for me. I call my mom daily, and she always ends with, "Monica, don't forget to eat." My dad always says, "Be strong, my girl. You're making us proud." Emily sends me long messages just to check in, and Daniel sends me silly memes that can make me laugh on the hardest of days. I've learned that family is the strongest bond there is. When life gets tough, they are the ones who hold you together. I hit rock bottom once, struggling with my job and feeling like a complete failure. I called my mom, sobbing, telling her how lost I felt. She listened patiently and then said, "Monica, life is like the weather. Some days are stormy, but storms always pass. You are stronger than you know, and we are always here for you." Her voice was my lifeline. Later, my dad took me for a walk and said, "Do you know why trees stand so strong? Because they have deep roots. No matter how fierce the wind, the roots hold them firm. We are your roots, Monica. Whenever life gets hard, remember where you come from. You'll find your strength there." Emily once told me, "Don't chase perfection, chase happiness. And the happiest moments are always with family." She was right. My most cherished memories cost nothing but are worth everything. My brother Daniel sent me a letter when I first moved. It said, "No matter how far you go, remember that you have a home. And home isn't a place, it's us." If you are lucky enough to be with your family now, please hug them. Tell them you love them. Don't wait. And if you are far away, call them. Let them know they are in your heart. In the end, it's not the house, the job, or the money that matters. It's the love of your family that gives life meaning. Family is like a tree. Its branches may grow in different directions, yet the roots remain as one. Hold on to them. Cherish them. Because family isn't just an important thing. It's everything. Thank you for listening.